Hello students, today the topic of our lesson is the White Mouse Circus. It is an extract taken from the book called The Witches, written by Roald Dahl. The learning objectives of the lesson: to enable the students to know about the author, to improve their vocabulary, to summarize the lesson, and to answer all the given questions. About the author, Roald Dahl was born in Wales. He wrote for adults as well as for children. His most famous books are Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, James and the Giant Peach, The Witches, and Matilda. This story is an extract from Roald Dahl's book, The Witches. This story is about a young boy and his encounter with witches. The boy, who lives with his grandmother, is due to spend his holidays in Norway, but because his grandmother falls ill, they cannot go. Instead, he is taken to a seaside hotel in England. Words meanings. The first word is bracing. Bracing means refreshing. Chambermaid, one who cleans a hotel room. Retired, secluded, withdrew from action or danger. Compromise, a settlement of a dispute in which two sides agree to accept less than they originally wanted. Consolation, a source of comfort to somebody who is upset or disappointed. Crumbs, small pieces of bread. Bristly, bristly means aggressive. Relentlessly, without pause, non-stop. Scuttling, scuttling means running with quick steps. Sidle, sidle means to edge along in a secretive way. Tommy rot, utter foolishness or nonsense. Wet, to arouse one's appetite. Corridor, it means a long passage in a building from which doors lead into rooms. Nasty, foul or disgusting. Ratty, ratty means like rats. Enormous, huge, gigantic. RSPCC. It's the abbreviation of the Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children. Colossal, colossal means very big, huge, massive. To go mauve in the face, it means to become angry, to become pale-faced. Splendid, impressive, superb, magnificent. The next word is leaning. Leaning means being in or moving into a sloping position. Superb, excellent, wonderful. Hesitation, reluctance or unwillingness. Ventures, it's a verb. It means undertakes a risky or daring journey or course of action. Whiskers, whisker means long projecting hair or bristle growing from the face or snout of many mammals. Nibble, it's a verb. Take small bites out of. Tremendously, it means in an excellent or impressive way, extremely well. Blinding ambition, an ambition in which one is so engrossed or busy that makes one unaware of other things happening around him or her. Gallop, it means go or run at a fast speed. Crowned people, here it means people in high position or with high designations. The summary of the lesson, The White Mouse. To spend the summer, the narrator of this story and his grandmother wanted to go to Norway, but unfortunately the grandmother fell ill Her doctor advised her not to travel to Norway. So, instead, they decided to go to the Hotel Magnificent on the south coast of England. The grandmother gave the boy two white mice named William and Mary as a consolation present. Being at the hotel, the boy started teaching tricks to his mice. The chambermaid, who unexpectedly saw a mouse while making the narrator's bed, screamed with fear. The manager now didn't want to tolerate the mice in his hotel, but the grandmother also claimed to have seen rats in the hotel and threatened to call the health department. Due to this, he compromised and agreed to let the boy keep his mice as long as they stayed in their cage. Now the boy needed to find a secret place where he could give his mice some training. After wandering through a maze of rooms, he found a vacant room called the Ballroom, which was the room for meeting of the Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children. The boy hid behind a screen toward the back of the room. This was where he began his mice's tightrope training. He mused or thought about his ambition to become the owner of the White Mouse Circus. Questions and answers. Question A. What reason did the grandmother give for going to Bournemouth? Answer. The reason for going to Bournemouth was that the grandmother had to act upon the advice of the doctor as she had fallen ill. Question B. How does the boy describe the hotel? Answer. The boy describes the hotel as an enormous white building on the seafront, and for him it looked like a boring place to stay at. He describes the hotel as the ground floor of the hotel was a maze of public rooms, all of them named in gold letters on the doors. Question C. Why had the grandmother given the boy a pair of white mice? Answer. The grandmother had given the boy a pair of white mice as consolation because Bournemouth was a boring place. Question D. What was the first trick the boy taught the mice? Answer. The first trick the boy taught the white mice was to creep up the sleeve of his jacket and come out by his neck. Question E. Why did the hotel manager get angry with the boy and his grandmother? Answer. The hotel manager was angry with the boy and his grandmother for blaming that the hotel was full of rats. Question F. What made the boy confident that he had found a good place to train his mice? Answer. The boy was confident that he had found a good place to train his mice because the ballroom was large and empty. Question G. In what ways was the grandmother a clever and a thoughtful lady? Answer. The grandmother outwitted the hotel manager by suggesting that there were rats in the hotel and it might be closed down if this fact was reported to the public health authorities. Question H. What difficulties might you come up against if you were training mice? Answer. Any sort of training is a difficult task, and it might certainly be difficult to keep the mice restricted to one place. It requires a lot of patience and focus. Dear students, I hope that you would have learned all the given points in this video. Thank you very much. Goodbye.